Rewarding there, then an opportunity to take the Fire Giant, I think, again. Overall here, looking at the way that Cognitive Prime has approached this late game, they have been stalling for the Vamana and the Scylla to come online. They have them there now. Vamana combined to his luxury damage items after his attack speed and kind of utility-based survivability items. His 6th item here is really important. This is what we talked about in the pregame. 5th item, Vamana, is where he really starts to get dangerous. His 6th coming soon. This could very, very easily and very quickly turn in favor of Cognitive Prime.
And remember, guys, Vamana's passive gives him some of his physical protections back as damage. So does Rude Forge Hammer, so he's double stacking with the Hammer, with the Witchblade, and with the Midgardian there.
Yeah, Vamana is sitting on about 240 physical power.
Boost right now in a lot of trouble, gets pinched out by Stealth, but Stealth does not hit the kit. Omega's gonna turn his sights as Andy dives into the back line, but too little too late. Snoopy hits this guy, and Omegatron's in the back.
Well, Snoopy here, he's going to get closed in by Barracuda, who's chasing him with the Sprint 3 as well. And COG gets an all-hands-on-deck looking for Snoopy, but he rolls forward. Now it's Divios who's got the attention of the team.
Trouble.
Omegatron in the front line. He's tracking the Midgard.
Nice boulder.
Comes through. It's going to zone them a bit. It's going to make Barracuda's life a little bit tougher. Ionic gets stopped in the dash, trying to move forward through the wall. Here comes the ultimate out onto the circuit, but it's not in time. Athena unable to keep her up. Boosh is out of this fight. Very, very low in HP. Omega gets picked up, and Andy gets his back stopped by Snoopy. A little bit of a lazy back there by Andy. Will he be able to secure this kill?
There's down.
His way out, and down goes
Andy down.
as well. MLC Stealth's gonna fall to a
MLC is down.
Can they fire this one on?
And Jeff is most
He's
likely
gonna
down.
fall. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a deicide at the 38th minute mark. Fire Giant up and standing, and Cognitive Red has taken this game squarely in their grasp.
This is what I want to see. No Fire Giant, no Gold Furies, no Towers. Take your boys, rush down the Phoenix, and go for the Titan. They have about 37 seconds before anyone's up, and everyone in the COG Prime booth right now is sweating bullets.
37 seconds remaining here on the board. Right side Phoenix is gonna fall in favor of Cognitive Red, and it's a free back for them. Nope. No.
Did he just dash into a wall?
No. They're going to go for the win. 89%, 79%, 60% HP remaining on the Titan.
There's the meditation.
Meditation coming out. 30%.
Meditation.
Ladies and gentlemen. Cognitive Red is your victors in game number 1. Flexing their muscles. Divios, the unstoppable god, the champion of Rome. And they take this one squarely.
I don't know if there's anyone out there that wouldn't have called this the best game of the tournament so far. Guaranteed.
Absolutely. An amazing game, and congratulations to Cognitive Red. They pull ahead a game and put the screws to Cognitive Prime. What will the sister team do? We'll toss it over to the analysts for their takes on it. Guys, take it away.
Cognitive Red. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm blown away right now.
This is absolutely... I mean, this is the matchup that we've been waiting for. This is hot fire right now.
Hot fire.
That was with hot fire.
Hot
that was
fire
it.
with a YA.
You know, honestly, we had constant action. That was just a 40-minute team fight is what it was. And it was neck and neck the entire time. These teams are so evenly matched. And remember, these teams only exclusively scrim each other. COG Red and COG Prime are scrim buddies. And after that match, it's insane. Now, Divios, obviously, on that Hercules, crazy. I mean, meditation, shout outs to DM Brandon and all the top tier players that really believed in it. It seems to be working. And obviously, you know, the Circuit wasn't the star of that.
No, it was not. You want to know who was the star of that? This little dude, okay, that was sitting in the corner that just would not die.
Oh, yeah, one of the players he's like 25?
Yeah, that guy.
21?
Yeah. 18?
No, he's 15.
Yeah, that's right.
He's 15, ladies and gentlemen.
15.
If you want to get into esports, he's 15 years old on a stage for thousands of people, for millions of dollars, and he's just killing people.
Yeah, just straight up slaying. Incredible. Allied, let's just go into your thoughts here. You know, obviously familiar with each team, but COG Prime, man, you know, it seemed like things were really going in their favor. And then COG Red, they really just ran away with it.
Well, there was a couple of good key points to cover. Was that Cognitive Prime's comp was mostly early game for the beginning, so that's why they had a lot of control. However, it looked like Omega was taking heat in the solo lane. Divios got extremely far ahead, and Divios just built a full tank. It was just out of control, couldn't kill him. Barracuda played lights out. That's one thing I wanted to point out, is just she was a monster. Early game, I think he hit every single just spear into a wall, into a team setup, got away. Just crazy. Cognitive Prime were playing on point. However, Cognitive Red did really well stalling out to mid to late game where their characters truly came online, like Rama. Once he hit that level 17 point, once Snoopy got Kins online with Executioner, he was ripping ripping through everybody. And then once again, Serket, she's pretty good.
Hey, there's one point where I was actually in the middle of drinking my Red Bull and just I saw the impale come out from Barracuda and I just spit a little. Like it was the second he hit the ground after the jump, it just into a wall. I mean, COG Prime, and that's why I'm so excited about Game 2, right? Is that they're playing so even that it could go either way. And you know, you mentioned Barracuda. I want to talk a little bit about MLC Stealth for just a second. You know, I think this just came down to you know, a few missed ultimates, right? And that's what Scylla is, right? If you're hitting everything, she's one of the most dominant mages in the entire game. If you miss a couple ultimates in a row, you're gonna start faltering a little bit. You know, Zim, what's your experience with Scylla as far as efficacy?
I mean, Scylla in the EU is
Oh, Mike's not connected. We'll take actually while
Scylla
we get
in
this
EU is pretty good.
Yeah.
But over in EU, we like Giannis.
Thanks,
like,
Star.
There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. So in Europe, Scylla is generally not picked. I think maybe because they don't hit and miss kind of thing with Scylla. But I mean, MLC is a great Scylla player, and I don't think... I don't know, I just...
Unsure?
Yeah, I'm really unsure, because Scylla is not really just not picked in EU at all, so I don't really know where to place her.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a great Scylla player, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the Logitech first blood of that game, and it started right off the bat. We came out of the gates just racing at full speed. Here comes level 1 guards on Serket, and the passive really tells the story here. He started with the damage from the Deathbane, of course, gets the crit. Now watch the flight of the Valkyries here with Omegatron trying to get that passive, and just can't get away
So
from
hot.
it.
It was so hot.
Yeah,
it was too much for me to handle.
it was burning up. But, you know, Serket started the early game. Then Divios, of course, got that solo kill on a Megatron after that under tower. And then he was starting to rotate towards the mid lane, which put pressure onto MLC Stealth as well. So, you know, what else can we talk about?
Well, what we can talk about is who was the Gamer Launch player of the game. And, you know, while I felt Divios had, I mean, one heck of a performance, it actually goes to Ionic.
Killer.
So Ionic, look at just the emphasis on vision there with those wards placed, 19 wards placed there. Definitely what you want to see, 10.5 KDA as well.
Well, that's a support with 10.5 KDA.
That's right.
That's a support. And, you know, honestly, we were talking about this in the precursor here with the analysts, and we were really surprised to see even DM Brandon mentioned it during the cast. He was saying, you know, I don't think Ionic when I think Athena. Very different, right? Not really the core that I expect from him. But it really made a lot of sense. They were able to pull them into a Poseidon ultimate. It kept people off of Divios, and the peel was just there to keep Snoopy alive.
I mean, absolutely. When you have like a 10 million year long taunt that's AoE, you can grab the whole team. It's pretty good. But overall, I think the Athena pick was absolutely key. Well, because it was like, I mean, it's generally like with the COG boys, it's the top 3 for supports. It's Sylvanas, Geb, Athena. If you can't get one of them, you get the other one. It's like they have like a tier list. You can even ask Jeff himself. It's like there's not really much else he has to play. Just those are the core staple of the COG boys. But I think Ionic played lights out.
Yeah,
I
well,
must
he's
say,
going to have to going into Game 2 as well, because you know COG Prime's not going to take this lightly. Zim?
I must say, I'm a Divios fan now. I mean, the cap I had earlier was actually Divios cap. So I think I'm going to keep that. Sorry, Divios. I'm keeping your cap.
Okay.
Because he played extremely good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a point in time where, you know, I'm looking at this. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm a big fan of Hercules. I like to play Hercules. I also like to jump a lot, apparently.
He looks just like
you know, but I look just like Hercules, don't I? Seriously? No, but seriously, though, one thing that impressed me so much was just, this guy's in a 1v4 at one point in the jungle, and he was just like, you know, it was like no thing. He was just living, right? He was getting whacked around by every single person, but yet Divios, nothing, like, didn't care. And there were some plays there where Divios was making like questionable plays, right? Like, I believe there was one where he was actually the same 1v4 where, and again, to that point, probably shouldn't have done that, but he's like trying to like run away, and then he just says, okay, I'm gonna go back and fight him again. Mind you, none of his teammates are there. And that happened, but again, it was just, that's just his style, right? It's a little reckless, but, you know, it shows great confidence.
Yeah.
And that's something I admire a lot about Divios.
Well, he was testing the waters. I mean, obviously Hercules with meditation and the heal, it really helps him stay alive. And you know, DM